Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sam Bakhtiar, the host of 1%er podcast. I did this interview with Andy Audate. If you haven't heard of him, you gotta check this guy out. A 24-year-old serial entrepreneur, over $4 million in sales. He has seminars that has sold out all over the country and one of the best sought out speakers in the world. Did I mention he's the author of No More Average, an amazing book. You do not want to miss this interview. He's a 1%er. I hope you enjoy.
The 1%er Podcast with Sam Bakhtiar, bringing you the 1% knowledge to help you reach your full potential. Learn what it takes to rise above the 99% and become a 1%er.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your host, Sam Bakhtiar with a 1% Podcast, and I got a very special guest with you here, Andy Audate. What up, Andy?
Audate, brother, man.
No. We're not going to say it the American way, man. We're going to say Audate, the real way. That's the French way.
That's true, because my dad says it Audate.
Yeah, you got to say it Audate. It's like that.
When I was in first grade, I said Audate, and then I just kept it ever since then.
So that's a Haitian name, right?
Yeah, that's Haitian.
Because I lived in France for a year and a half.
Right.
So I got a little, French swag. You know what I mean? Got a little French swag. So what's up, man? Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate
No more average, baby. No more average.
About.
See, this is right here. No More Average, Andy's book. Tell me about your book, man.
Look, it's over the last 21 years of life, I understood that my environment, proximity means everything. And average is literally just changing your environment, changing the people you surround yourself with so you can elevate.
So you said the last 21 years of your life. How old are you? You're like 22 or something, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm 24 now.
So since 3 years old, you were like, I don't want to be average.
I don't want to be average.
You're like, I don't want that average Pampers on.
Nah, man, I need that je ne sais quoi.
Ooh, what's that?
Those
I don't know.
See, my friends had Pampers. I had je ne sais quoi.
I love it, man. I love it, man. So no more average. I know exactly what you mean by that, right?
Yeah.
But there's a point in your life that you got to a point in your life that you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I just don't want to be average no more. I'm tired of this life.
Yeah.
I just want to go above and beyond. I'm done. What was that point?
Man, I was laying down, so this is about maybe 17, 18 years old. I'm laying down on my bed and I'm Googling like lifestyle videos on YouTube and watching videos, and I start getting these views of watching people in Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive, and I'm just seeing what California looks like, and I'm seeing how people are living in their peak of their life.
You were living in Rhode Island back then?
I was living in Rhode Island.
I done my research, man.
Yeah, right.
Before you come in, I did my research on you, man. I know all about you. So you're living in Rhode Island, you're Googling Beverly Hills.
I'm Googling Beverly Hills, but I see like what it looks like on my screen, then I look outside and I'm like, okay, gunshot, blood on floor, drug dealing, okay, I want to live in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And so I recognized that where I was from was average and I wanted to expand and grow.
Yeah, okay. So you was like, okay, so tell me what happened after that. So you saw Beverly Hills, you're in Rhode Island, there's gunshots, there's all kinds of crime outside, you're probably in poverty, you know, and you're like, all right, I gotta make it to California, I wanna make it to Beverly Hills, I gotta change my circumstances, I gotta change my proximity. So what happened?
Well, it all started when someone at 19, someone who believed in me, he looked at me right in the eye as we were leaving the gym. I had my bag on my left hand and I'm going to my car, and he looks at me, he's shorter than me. And he looks up to me and
hey,
says,
man, watch the short jokes, man. We're talking about short jokes here, man, all right?
All right, no short jokes.
No short jokes.
That was too short. Okay. And I'm looking down at him and he says, yo, man, like, I believe in you so much, Andy. Like, you should go after your dreams and you should become an entrepreneur. And I was like, but I'm black, I'm a college dropout. I'm 19, it doesn't make sense. And I became an entrepreneur.
Let me ask you something. At that time, were you working at Wendy's?
I was working at, oh wow, you did.
I know, hey man, I know, I told you I've done my research on. I know you work at Wendy's.
Yeah, no, I wasn't working at Wendy's. I was actually working at Metro PCS.
Okay, so you were what, 16 when you were working at Wendy's?
I was 16 working at Wendy's.
Okay.
So 14 to 15 for about a year, I sold drugs.
You sold drugs?
I sold a little bit of drugs. And then my dad scared the shit out of me because he was like, this is where you're gonna end up. And he was showing me Locked Up, the TV show. Like, this is where you're gonna end up. And I was like, I need to get a real job. So I got Wendy's, stayed there for a year. Then I went to Metro PCS, and that's where my life changed.
So drugs, Wendy's, Metro PCS, right?
Yeah.
They're all hustles, man. They're all hustles. That probably taught you the art of hustle. You know, I was doing my research on you last night, and you know, when I saw the Metro PCS, I'm like, man, I told you this morning when we were working out together. I'm like, I could totally see you hustling, man. Tell me, show the audience what you showed me. How were you approaching people? You know, because that's a hustle. Because whenever I go to a mall, right, and I see a kiosk out there, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go the other way because them motherfuckers gonna come right at you and try to talk to you. You know, that kind of stuff. That's a hustle because you really gotta sell it.
Right.
And I remember reading about it, and you came to Metro PCS, and you started outselling everybody that was there, all the people, the seniors and all that kind of stuff. And then later on, you started your own, you know, cellular company, right?
Yeah, 18 years old, I get the job working at Metro. I'm still a senior in high school. And I excelled, and I passed everyone in sales. And then they're like, yo, you know what? We need a sales manager at the mall. So I'm working at a standalone store. Then they send me to the mall and say, I need you to be a sales manager. And I'm like, well, I'm 18 right now at this time. And the people working there like 35, you know, 26. And I'm like, you want me to manage them? They're like, yeah, dude, you got to teach them how you sell. So I went and I got the job. Now my manager comes up to me, my boss comes up to me and says, all right, they're not selling. After a month of being there, they're not selling. I said, what do you want me to do? He said, fire them. It's to clean house. I'm like, you want me to fire them? So I fire them, and I clean house, and I get new employees. And then that store went from the last store, from the 10th store to store number 2. Because, under my leadership.
Let me ask you something, man. So sales, let's talk about sales real bit, right? So sales, you got really good at sales. Was it because you were taught, or was it because, you know, you did read sales books and something, you went through really a lot of formal training, or was it out of like desperation, shit, I need to fucking sell, you know, because if I don't sell, I don't eat?
It wasn't a not eating thing because my parents had ramen noodles at the house. And I don't say that jokingly, but that's really what we ate. We ate ramen noodles. That was my norm. Ramen noodles and eggs and hot dogs. We put hot dogs we cut it up and put it in the ramen noodles.
Oh, that's the hood stuff, man.
You know, that's normal, you know, like my hot dog bun was a slice of bread, you know, and sometimes it was the end. So I remember I went to my dad, I said, Dad, I want the Nike Air Forces like everyone else in school. Like, I want to be fly. And my dad said, I'm gonna go to New York, I'm gonna go shopping for other clothes, I'll get you those Nike Air Forces. I said, all right, Dad. 3 days later, my dad comes back from New York with the Nike Air Forces. I didn't have enough money, son. Couldn't get you.
Ooh, you were disappointed.
And I was like, damn, Dad. Like, I had the vision, bro. I had the vision of me going to school, the girls, like, you know, seeing my kicks and everything.
I've been there, man. You know about my Nike story. You know about that.
Exactly, right. And that kick started my hustle of I went across the street and I said, let me shovel for you guys. Give me $10. Let me shovel. Then I went to 16 houses. I got the $160 for the kicks, but it was my money, so I just wanted to keep it afterwards.
I love it, man. I love it, man. So at a young age, you started hustling, you know, but selling somebody is an art, right? It's an art, right? How did you become so good at it?
Practice. Practice makes progression.
Love it. Practice makes progression. Take note. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progression, and progression over time, you become perfect, right?
You never become perfect.
You never, You never, There's always the next level.
There's always the next level. I remember you were at the gym and you were just saying no more average. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, with the success that you've created so far, even you're still excelling and you're wanting to grow.
That's right.
There's always
look, man, like, you know, I've been working out for 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. Everybody's looking, oh man, you're in good shape and this is that, you know? And someone said, you know what I hate, man? Someone said, you look good for your age. Man, I look good for any age. I'm not trying to compete with my age. You know, that's BS, man. I'm trying to put myself down because I'm older. You know, I gotta look a certain way, you know? And that's why I love the title of your book, man. I swear to God, like I walk around, my wife think I'm crazy. Cause like, you know, I walk around in the house, and I scream out of nowhere. I'm just walking around. No more average. I just go no more average. You know, it's my motto now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been, you know, for me, you know, just like, you know, when I asked you, you know, growing up, there was a time that I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I don't want to see I don't want to continue like this. I don't want to continue like my family. I don't want to have my car break down all the time. And I don't want my car smoke all the time. And I don't want people making fun of me all the time. I don't want food stamps anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want people making fun of my Payless shoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I want the nicer things in life. I want to be able to, you know, not balance my checkbook. You know, I want to be able to buy something without having to be like, oh, do I have enough money? You know what I mean? And that's where I was like, you know what? You know, I got to become a 1%er.
You know, bro, I couldn't fathom that. That's was my challenge, and I'm sure people in your audience who are looking at this video from Africa or even Rhode Island or even Boston, whatever. I couldn't fathom. I saw the lifestyle on TV and I saw it on the computer, but I couldn't fathom actually being in the vicinity of it.
Yeah, me too, man. I remember when I first came to California. I come from Iran, right? Getting bombed on. Then I come to Pennsylvania, Sharon, Pennsylvania. I think the average household income there is still like 40 grand.
Wow.
I mean, you know, for 300 grand, you can buy a mansion on a lake.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
You know what I mean? So I come from that, man. If you drove a Honda Accord or better, you're either a doctor, lawyer, or a drug dealer. You know what I mean? And if you were young, you were a drug dealer, you got searched, you got pulled over, you got searched, and you look, where are the drugs at? Where are the drugs at? Because nobody can find them, you know, affording something like that, right? Then I come to California. All of a sudden, I go to South Coast Plaza. I get out of my car, man, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? Benzes, Bentleys, BMWs, Rolls Royces. I'm going like, I come in, like, I remember, man, you know, going to South Coast Plaza, like a t-shirt was like $70 or $100 or something like that. I was like, my mind was blown. I'm like, $100 for a t-shirt? Who the hell buying that? Everybody walking around with $100 t-shirts, man. Going like that, getting the cars, getting the Rolls Royces, getting the cars. I'm going like, you know, it was like my whole thinking was different. I expanded, and it's so funny, man. Now that I go to South Coast Plaza,
you one of them.
You know, and I like, you know, it was like the other day, I was like so surreal, you know. And I got a couple of bags in my hand, walking through South Coast Plaza, getting the rolls, throwing in there. I'm like, all of a sudden, man, the Biggie song, it was all a dream. You know what I mean?
Your progression, I interviewed you as well on my show, The Progression Show, and your progression is so surreal and it's such in a short period of time. Now, I know you've been working diligently prior to, but your progression is so inspiring, man. Man,
I appreciate it, man. I've told you in person, I'm gonna say it here on camera. You're 24 years old. Oh my God. This is for you. This life is for you to lose. I'm gonna say it in the camera.
That hits me every day.
You know what I mean? I mean, at 24, I was still doing dumb shit. I was doing dumb shit because I wasn't sharing. I was doing dumb shit. I was going out there getting drunk. I was doing all kinds of, you know, acting like a gangster, you know, going like this and that. You over here with Les Brown. You over here putting on shows.
He just called me. We're gonna talk afterwards.
Okay.
He just called me, yeah.
Man, you over here surrounding yourself with the top people at 24.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So when I see something like, if I'm 24 right now, I would be a billionaire by the time I was 45 than I'm right now.
Wow.
Does that make sense? So if you're not a billionaire, man, you're doing something wrong, homie. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because just the proximity and everybody that you're surrounding yourself with, the things that you're doing right now, I couldn't even fathom doing that when I was in my 30s.
Shit.
So big ups to you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, man. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you. I'm 21 years senior of you. You know, and I'm just looking at you, I'm like, man, you are mature for what you got going on. You know what I love about you, man? Here's what I love about you. You found out I work out at 4 o'clock in the morning? You even asked me if you can come work out. You just fucking joined in. I come in the gym, there's Andy. Hey, I'm working out. Damn. And to me, I always said, I don't care who shows up. If you show up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you can get it. And you've been getting it. And you're looking good. And I cannot wait. Hold on here, man. On camera, so I'm gonna put you on blast. I can't wait to see your six-pack.
My six-pack, baby. You can start it right now. You can show it right now, man. Yo, this is beginning. Just wait.
Hey, it's called progression. You don't gotta be great, but you gotta start.
100%.
You know what I mean? And you're starting. And you know what I love about you? You know, you don't care. You know, you're starting, and you showed up so far at 4 o'clock. One time you actually came out at 3:30. Yeah. I got there at 4 o'clock, and I'm like, damn, you're already sweating.
Yeah.
I love that about you, man.
Yeah, you know, Eric Thomas was talking about, you know, Proximity is power. I remember you sharing that. I was at a seminar, you were speaking that proximity is power. Now, I'm reverse engineering. How do I support you to level up? The way I believe that I support you to level up is I outwork you at your current state. If I outwork you at your current state, you're gonna see my hustle, you're gonna see my grind.
Bro, I haven't seen that yet, but I'm seeing it in you. I'm seeing it in you, you know, and it's refreshing. It's fucking refreshing. It's tired of me. I'm tired of being the front runner.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being the one that's always getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, working till late. I'm tired of doing that because nobody else is doing that. Now, if I see somebody else doing it, I'm like, man, I want to catch that motherfucker.
Yeah. 100%.
Does that make sense? So I appreciate you helping me level up.
100%.
So tell me what you got. I know you got seminars going on, you know, and you got all these things going. Tell me what's going on next with you.
What's going on next with me right now is that my intention is to support people, the average mindset, and it's okay to be average. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's actually okay to be average, but you got to recognize and make a choice. So it's all about making a choice. So the people who want to level up, who are in a predicament where they would consider themselves average and want to level up, I want to give them opportunities to become entrepreneurs. Okay, so you just said it's okay for you to be average. That's something that I had to really dig down deep and understand, because I can't understand that. I mean, that's not me. That's like oil and vinegar. Like I can't mix the two. You know what I mean? Because I don't. You know, for me, I believe that God didn't put you here just to go through fucking life and be average. Right. God put you here for a fucking purpose. 100%. God wants you to do something for yourself. Everybody, you know, like Les Brown said, you have greatness in you. Right. You know, I would say, you have greatness in you. You know what I mean? So I believe that everybody, you know, here is here for a reason, and they have to find out what that reason is so they can rise above and be, you know, do what the God wants. But then I came to the realization, you know, that some people just want to be average. They, you know, they're okay. They're okay for going to A, B, D, to C. They're okay to go and work 9 to 5, 9 to 6, come home, watch TV, go to bed, and repeat that. And they're happy about that. I can't be happy about that, but they're happy about that. How did you realize that? Because for so many years, it bothered me, and it still bothers me, especially if it's somebody you really care about, right? You know, you're like, why don't you want to do better for yourself? But then I had to realize, man, we're all wired differently. Right. When I had that business in the cell phone stores, so my thought process, and that company's name was Progression Wireless. So my thought process was, I was like, I'm gonna change my hood. I'm gonna be the one to change, like I'm gonna buy back the block. I'm gonna be that guy. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start off with one cell phone store, and ended up going through to 4 cell phone stores, and I had 30 people working for me. And my thought process was that it would be like a filtration system, that somebody would come here, work for me for a year, 6 months, and because they were in my proximity, I'm gonna support them in expanding their mindset what's possible, and they will leave a totally different person. Then, as I was doing that, I was talking to some employees of mine, and I said, like, don't you just wanna grow? Don't you wanna go to the next level? And then my COO came to me, he's like, bro, there's people here that just for a paycheck, man. Like, they don't care about the progression. They don't care about the getting better. They're just here for their hourly wage. And it smacked me in my face. I said, oh, shoot. This is like Starbucks for some people. Like, they just came here for a job. Yeah. And like I said, man, it's hard to grasp, right? Yeah. You know, because when you are flying at a different frequency, you know, it's almost like you don't see it. You know what I mean? You don't see it. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, gosh, man, it's like you want to help them, but you can't help somebody that is cool with what they want to be, right? There's a quote in the book, and it says, you can't change people. You can only help people change themselves. So true. They said, what is it? What was that famous quote? The teacher, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? You know, it's the same thing, right? So all right, man. So tell me, I want to know a little bit more about, your upbringing. Tell me about your upbringing. Tell me about your childhood. I got my ass beat. I was a badass kid. Got my ass beat. Well, your dad? By my dad, yeah. Okay. By my dad, I got my ass beat a lot. And that... Like all Haitian style? All Haitian style, you know what I'm saying? With a belt, hanger, broomstick, whatever. Shit, you can't do that shit these days, man. No, you can't. Actually, there was one time I went to the school and I said, my dad's abusing me. And then the school was like, are you like, is it true? And, they didn't call the police, thank God. It was the way that he disciplined me. But however, what that did for me is it really showed me that, how to man up, how to take pain. Because equivalently to the pain that was on my body is what I experienced as an entrepreneur. it just felt different. And I knew every time I was getting hurt, there was always gonna be a brighter side.
So let me ask you something. So one day you're gonna have your own kids,
Yeah.
right? What is your approach with discipline? Do you believe in whooping your kids' ass, or do you believe in sitting down and talking to them, or do you believe in a hybrid? And what do you believe in?
I believe in, so after experiencing
So
that,
let me stop you real quick. So your dad, beating you, did it help you or did it hurt you?
it hurt our relationship.
Got it.
It helped me in business. It helped me as I was supposed as an adult, but it totally hurt our relationship.
So if you had a different approach, do you think that you would have been asked? I'm asking this because I want to know, because I have kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have the kids. And I always ask myself, what would be the right approach?
Yeah.
Right? Right approach is, would I be, trying to talk to them, trying to make them understand, and then if they don't do it, then what I do, you know what I mean? So it's the right approach. Do you think that if he hadn't done that to you, would you have been as successful as you are and had the same mindset or not?
I don't know. I really don't know, because, I got a lot of ass whoopings, and I, that gave me anger. That gave me frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And that frustration, I experienced that frustration sometimes at the boardroom table doing a deal. So, and I know how to hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know. But my philosophy is, moving forward, is that I get to communicate and I get to show by example. Like you were telling me this morning, to lead from the front.
Yeah.
My dad didn't lead from the front. He led from the back, telling me more so what to do. And if I didn't do that, I would get.
So it was like a dictatorship.
Yeah, more like a dictatorship.
My way or the highway. If you don't do it my way, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
See, I struggle with that sometimes. With my children. My children, for most parts, they're really, really good. Mm-hmm. Right. I think I just had to. I spanked each of them one time. That's it. That's because after repeatedly talking to them about a certain thing, and when I feel like they disobeyed me blatantly, then I'm like, all right, man. So obviously talking ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to make sure you understand that there's a consequence if you don't follow my directions and you don't follow my directions blatantly. You know what I mean?
I'm aligned with that.
Okay, you're aligned with that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aligned with that. It's that there's a limit. There's a limit to it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And you were talking about it before we started shooting about you would choke hold and then kiss him after. But that kiss after allows for the relationship to continue.
Absolutely.
To grow.
Yeah. I know. Look, man. My 1% team, my immediate team. Some of them are right here, right now. We're my 1% team. They understand that. Look, I want the best for them. But having the best for them means that I'm going to call them out on their crap. Every time they're ineffective, every time there's inefficiencies, every time they're not following through what they're supposed to do, every time they're lacking, they want to follow, because I want them the same thing. Now, the easy thing to do for a parent or a leader, right, is not say anything. Not say anything. You know what? If my kids are doing something wrong, you know what? Here's an iPad. Here's some money.
Yeah.
Go in the corner. Cool. I'm gonna give you a pacifier. The hard thing for me to do is, hey, I didn't tell you to get up from the dinner table. You're not done. Until you eat your vegetables, you can't get up on the dinner table. You let me know. I only have to excuse you. You can't get up. That's the hard thing. Hey, you left your shoes there. They don't belong there. Go put them back in your room. Hey, I don't want you to be on the computer all along. I want you to grab a book and read. That's hard.
That's a skill set, though.
That's hard, right? But if you don't do it, then the bad habits, and I want you to have bad habits, then it's going to be, So for me, as a leader, for my children, is for me to be able to raise children that are going to be a functional member of the society.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for my crew, for my 1% crew, is for them to be able to become the 1%.
So let me ask you this: do you believe in showing your children the other side? Because they come to this environment, and it's a affluent environment. However, there's another side to this. Do you believe in actually showing them that side?
Absolutely, man.
To what capacity?
Absolutely. They need to know the grind. They need to know where their dad come from. They need to know, I'm gonna take him back to my school and back to my hood. This is where your daddy come from. This is what I had to do to get here. You know what I mean? They don't understand that now because they're 9 and 5. Right. The other day, we went to Disneyland, or Legoland, whatever it was. She's like, Daddy, one of my daddies was like, Daddy, are we VIP? And my younger one was, of course we're VIP. We're the Bakhtiars, duh. And I'm going like, what the hell did I? I'm like, I'm not going to raise Paris Hiltons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to raise that. They need to know the hustle. And here's my thing. And if my thing is this, I'm going to give them enough so they can go build their own stuff. I ain't going to give it all to them.
Right.
No, because if I do that, I'm going to do them a disservice.
Right.
You know what I mean? They need to be able to have their own pride, their own thing, something that they build for themselves. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So I wholeheartedly believe in that, man. They're going to know. They're going to know.
So when they turn 15, 16, they're going to get the regular job? Oh,
they're going to get a regular job. I'm actually going to show them how to hustle.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to show them hustle. I'm going to show them how to hustle. I've been building their social media page and all that kind of stuff. And I told them, I'm not going to give you $1 million, but I'm going to give you 1 million followers. Because if I give you 1 million followers, all you got to do is solve their problem. Solve a small problem for them. You'll make your own $1 million.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Why would I want to give you $1 million? You don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like winning the lottery. Go broke again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So tell me about your seminars. What do you teach in your seminars?
So I teach people how to grow their businesses. But it all started when I was on tour with Les Brown and I was traveling around the country. I learned the seminar business and I learned how to speak through Les's Institute. And I took that information of how to speak and now I teach it to other people. So I host seminars where I teach people how to speak and also teach them how to grow their businesses through online marketing.
Les is one of the greatest speakers of all time.
Right.
And you being mentored by him, man. I mean, you had him call me the other day and I had to check. I was like, this ain't Les Brown, man. And he had to go through his own wheel, and I was like, oh, that's Les.
He had to just insert that. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. It was cool. So you got these seminars going on. You help people.
But even the way I got to even get to that point, I mean, I was the youngest person on tour. I was the youngest person in that vicinity. My mentor was, he's like 53 years old now. So he was 51 back then. And I just showed up. I just flew from LA to Miami, came to the office. Les happens to walk in as I'm walking out of the office. And he looks at me and said, young man, touch my face. You look like me when I was younger. And I said, Les, your voice sounds like the same guy on YouTube. And I'm in shock. I'm like, this is Les Brown in front of me. And he's like, yeah, this is weird. And he left. He leaves. Like, I'm just a raving fan at this moment. And I said, compose yourself, Andy. Like, what the hell are you doing, bro? Compose yourself.
So you literally do to Les what he did to that DJ. Remember the whole thing?
Yeah.
Remember how he did? Because the way Les got on, because he wanted to be a DJ, they told him to come be a DJ. Right. He just kept showing up, till I remember the story, the DJ got drunk, and then he was like, oh, he got drunk, he stepped in, and he got the job. So you just kept showing up, he just showed up to the office, just like you showed up working out with me.
Showed up working out with you. And so the story was actually, I'm on Instagram and he tags, he's working out at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I did the math, right? So this was a deal. I'm laying down on my bed and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up. And Sam posted 3.5 hours ago, I got 3 hours of sleep and I'm still at the gym. And I did the math, 3 hours, 7 days a week, that's 21 days. Multiply that by 52. I'm missing out almost nearly a month of my life. But so I remember I was at the office, my office in Manhattan Beach, and it was midnight. And I was going home, and I said, I have one choice right now. I could either go home or I could go to the gym and link up with Sam. I got one choice. And I almost took the exit to go home. I said, fuck that. I'm going to the gym. So I pulled up to the gym, and I did my workout for that Wednesday. I waited for you, and I did the Thursday workout with you.
Let's do some quick math real quick, because I love the way you broke that down, right? So let's just say, every people say, oh, you need 8 hours of sleep. No, you don't fucking need no 8 hours of sleep. You don't need 8 hours of sleep because your life sucks. So you don't want to get up in the morning. My life is great. I can't wait to get up. I don't want to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep. The only reason that I sleep is just to get enough rest so I can get back up.
Right.
Like, I can't wait. Sleeping is not fun.
Right.
I want to get up. My life is fun. I want to go out there. I want to get out there. I want to chase, right? So for me, I realized, man, that I'm perfect with 5.5, 6 hours. People are like, oh, I need 8 hours. No, you need 8 hours because people told you need 8 hours. Some scientist said you need 8 hours of sleep. You need 8 hours of sleep.
Who the hell said that?
Who the hell said that? Everybody's different. I don't know, man. Oh, you need. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. If you're obsessed about your goals ain't gonna happen when you're sleeping, man. Right? So get up in the morning. So for me, as soon as I get up, I think about my goals. And the last thing I go to bed, I think about my goals. And every time the whole in between, So that people are like, oh, I got goals, man. You can't be serious about your goals if your sleep is more important than your goals, right?
Right.
So let's just say, instead of 8 hours of sleep, now you get 6 hours of sleep.
I wish. That's
what I mean? I know that's for you because you're a hustler, right? But let's just say an average person just get 2 extra hours in their day.
Right.
Now let's do some math right now, real quick. So you get 2 extra hours a day, right?
14 hours a week.
14 hours a week, right? What's 14 times 52? Let's just say 14 times 50, right? 14 times 50, that's 900.
That's 520. That's 520. Did I do that math right?
Yeah.
520. So
you gotta get about an extra month out of the year.
520 hours. You got 168 hours in a week. Man, you got about an extra month in a year.
Right, but extra month. So now instead of having 12 months a year,
you got 13.
You got 13 months. What can you do as far as productivity is concerned with an extra month? Now, you know what? Let's not even talk about an average American watches 3 to 4 hours of TV. Let's not even talk about the average American is fucking around on Instagram and Facebook, 2, 3 hours or that. You're throwing your whole life away, man.
Yeah.
Throwing your life away on TV, on all this kind of stuff that don't really matter. Get up in the morning, go after your goals and stay focused.
That's what it's all about, man. It's about that productivity, and proximity. I tell you so 100%. Go to Amazon right now, get this book, NoMoreAverageBook.com, because proximity is key. I've been working out with you for a week and a half. Now I'm taking what you call bad habits, but shit, that's supporting me. So, and not only is it supporting me, it's supporting the people on my team. You got because I made that decision, my camera guy came to the gym early in the morning. The time that he usually goes to sleep, he was actually in the gym working out. My assistant saying, okay, here's my weight goal. Okay, now this is what I want to do. Thank you so much, Andy, I'm like, yo, it all trickles in because proximity is truly power.
Hey, we talked off camera about this before. Like I told you, one of my favorite quotes of all time is by Sidney Poitier. He's a Haitian brother. He's an actor.
Oh yeah.
He's an actor. He's old now, but he's famous. He has a book called Measure of the Man.
Measure of the Man.
Measure of the Man, and he talks about when two people walk with each other. When two people walk with each other, whether you like it or not, there's something happens that you don't even think about. Either one has to slow down to the other pace, or the other one has to speed up to the other one pace if you want to walk with each other and talk, right? It's up to you to set the pace. Are you going to slow down or are you going to speed up? And I'm telling you right now, man, it's my life. I ain't slowing down for nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you better catch up. You know what I mean? And now that you stepped up your game, guess what?
Everybody got to catch up.
They're all going to have to rise up, man.
Yeah.
They're all going to rise up. And guess what? And they're not going to rise up. They're going to eliminate themselves because the other people on the team, they'll be like, hey man, you ain't fitting in.
Right.
I talked to Tim Grover. Tim Grover said that after Michael Jordan played 48 minutes, he said that he went to Michael Jordan after every game. He says 5, 6, 7, or 8. Which means what? Are we practicing at 6, 7, or 8 a.m.?
After the game.
After the game. The greatest player of all time, after the game, he was practicing the next day. He always wants a 6, 7, or 8. Wow, oh, we won. So let me go to the bar. Let me have some drinks. That's what most people do. Or let me recoup
Yeah.
I need to recover. I played 48 minutes. Michael Jordan was in the gym the next day. That's why he's the greatest, the greatest player of all time.
Get your ass up.
Talk about progression, right? Progression is,
Get your ass up and work.
what do you need progression? How do you progress? In my opinion, the way you progress is by putting time in.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be progressing into your sleep.
No.
Not progressing Netflixing.
Right.
Practice. You just said practice.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Practice means progression.
And what you need for practice is time.
Right.
You got to put in time. They said, what is the 10,000 hour rule, right? You need 10,000 hours to master something.
Right.
So if you master something for 10,000, imagine if somebody did it for 20,000 hours.
Shoot. You put in that work, man. You put in that work, it's gonna show. And however, it's really, I believe that you gotta change your environment very often. You gotta change your environment very often and obtain information from different sources.
100%.
I had a client on the phone. He's 7 years old, a potential client. And
How many years old?
70 years old. He's like, now, Andy, I want to speak. But he said, what can I even learn from a 24-year-old? I said, damn. With the mindset like that of what can you, how can someone who's 50 years younger than me teach me something is the reason why he's in that predicament where he hasn't gone anywhere.
Listen, man, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. I've been working out for 30 years, right? And whenever I get an opportunity to work out with somebody else, you know what I do?
What?
It could be a 14-year-old kid. I say, hey, man, I'm gonna do your workout today. Show me what your workout is. And guess what? He can just do something slightly differently. He just do one exercise slightly differently. Next morning I get up like, oh God, I felt that. Because you know what? Because you used to doing the same thing.
Right.
I got my routine. I got my comfort zone.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. You know what, man? You can't base it on age. You can't base it on that. You have to be open-minded. The minute you're not open-minded to learning is you're dying. And let me tell you something. I've studied human aging. I'm all about biohacking. I'm gonna get older. I wanna look better. I wanna feel better. I wanna try to be as vibrant as I can the rest of my life. Right? And you know what the number one way that you can make sure your mind doesn't get old?
What?
Learning new skills. As we get older, we don't want to learn shit no more. Right? Oh, I don't need to learn that. Oh, I know this. Oh, I know that. I know that. When you were younger, when we were my kids, oh my God, look at this. I want to learn this. I want to play computer. I want to do this. I want to ride a bike. I want to do this. When you get older, you don't want to do nothing no more. You don't want to learn no more. And that's the kiss of death for your mind.
Sure. What do you think it is that your audience really needs to know? And coming from a question standpoint, not from that you already know the answer.
What do you mean by that?
That you're asking the question based on what you perceive your audience will ask.
I think the audience wants to know from you.
Yeah.
I think the audience wants to know what is the key for you to be able to progress faster. Give me 5 keys. Give me 5 keys. Like say, this is where I'm at right now. And now I want to go to the next level. I want to progress. Give me your top 5 of how to progress faster.
The first thing is set a STAR goal.
STAR goal?
So GE, the General Electric, created what is now SMART goals, which is small attainable goals. But I'm reading a book right now, and it actually talks about that those goals were so small that they were progressing at a slow rate. So for example, one of their SMART goals, and SMART is like attainable, measurable, all these things. So one of their SMART goals was the assistant was to file the paper in the cabinet by a certain time. And it's like, the fuck kind of goal is that? Like to file the paper in the cabinet by a certain time. STAR goal is theater of the mind. The T stands for theater of the mind. S is strongly felt and connected. R is attainable and absolutely necessary. Like you fucking gotta have that. And R is ridiculously hard. So I set myself with STAR goals.
So not SMART goals, STAR goals.
Not SMART. That's SMART.
STAR.
That SMART is for average.
I love that.
STAR is strongly felt and connected.
Hey, if you're not taking notes, man, take notes.
Strongly felt and connected. T is theater of the mind. I just sit and I just visualize.
I've never heard that, man. That's amazing.
Theater of the mind. It's like a movie in your head. I'm just visualizing what my life is gonna be like. I visualize my life right here. I visualize look, I don't know how much is car worth?
360.
360. I visualize this. I visualize being in this vicinity. I visualize that, hey, I'm 21 right now. I just landed in California, but I promise you, I'm gonna have people in my environment, in my circle, in my cell phone. I'm gonna have over $1 billion in my net worth in my fucking cell phone. I promise you. And I visualize that. Then now look where I'm at. I consider you a friend. I consider you a mentor.
Of course.
So theater of the mind. A, absolutely necessary. Like what's your reason? So I got my mom back home. I got an absolutely necessary reason. And R is ridiculously hard, where it's like, it's way past that you can even fathom. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm a failure. I've always failed. Because my goals are just so damn high. But in comparison to the people around me,
you'd rather reach for the stars and come up short and hit the ceiling, and reach for the ceiling at the ceiling. So if you fail, at the star, and you went halfway there, it's better than hit the ceiling here that you went, right? Get it? I'm 100% with you. What's number 2?
Oh yeah, that's great. I was going on a team.
No, that's number 2.
Number 2 is proximity.
Okay.
Change your proximity of the people that you're around, and support them in their elevation. You support those people around you in their elevation, it's gonna naturally elevate you. Now here's the kicker. When you support other people in their elevation, it's like your success is a byproduct. However, it's a natural push, because when we focus out on other people, how do I say this? It's a natural push for us to care about other people than our own goals. So if I push you, for example, to get that $100 million check by 2023, me making $10 million on the side is gonna be a byproduct. But I'm gonna feel so much better because I pushed you to see that smile on your face in 2023.
I had a mentor one time, and he said, Sam, if I show you right now how to make 100 grand like this, would you mind if I make 10? I go, no. And he told me how to make 100 grand literally within 30 minutes. And I made 100 grand within 30 minutes. And I gladly wrote him the check for 10. I was like, damn, that was easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So basically, STAR goals. Number 2, basically what I took of that proximity, and be a go-giver, right?
Go-giver, I like that.
Be a go-giver. If you haven't read the book Go-Giver, it's a gold. It's gold. What's number 3?
Number 3 is have a compelling vision.
Compelling vision. So talk to me. Give me 30 seconds about that.
Have a compelling vision, a vision that's so big that it supports not only you, but the people around you. And that vision is so big, that's gonna push you and drive you every day.
Compelling vision. So basically, what I hear from that is your goals got to scare you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I remember my first goal was when I wrote myself a $1 million check I told you about. And at that time, man, $1 million was a lot. I was like, gosh, man, $1 million, how am I going to get, you know what I mean? And then when I hit it, I'm like, wow. So now I got the $100 million check on my computer. For me, I look at it, I'm like, oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I know I'll hit it because I be able to hit the million. So your goals, guys, what's number 4?
Never rest on your laurels.
Never. Okay, so I know. Tell me about what your definition of that is. I know. What my definition is.
Laurels are past successes. Laurels are past success. I had a few successes and a few wins, and people on my team were like, "Yo, you did it. You're awesome." We're in the car going back. You did it. You're awesome. I'm like, "Yo, I'm already on to the next thing." Like, what are you talking about?
So let me ask you something. So based on that, do you ever celebrate your wins?
By myself, I acknowledge them.
You acknowledge them.
Recently I just started acknowledging myself, where I say, wow, you did do that. Congratulations. Now there's more.
Got it. So you celebrate for a second.
Yeah.
And you're on to the next big thing.
In 2016, so in my world, having 50,000 large is a win. So I came to Cali with 50,000 large. And I was like, damn, bro, like I'm leveled up. I'm in LA, I got 50 large in my account, and I rested on my laurels from the cell phone business. And because I did that for such a period of time, I went broke. And that woke me up as to never ever rest on my laurels, regardless of how much money I got, so on and so forth.
Hey, 50 G's back in our hood. Yeah. That's a lot of money, man.
That is a lot of money.
That would put you in the top 1% in our hood.
My dad questioned, he said, you really selling phones, man? So you really selling phones, man? Come on, let's be honest, man. Like, I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. So Dad, I'm
or did you go back to your old ways?
Yeah, no, man. Yeah.
So, okay, that's never. Okay, I love that. All right. Number 5.
Yeah, so never rest on your laurels. And number 5, man, number 5 is your goals, 10x your goals.
10x your, so whatever your goals is,
Yeah.
you know what? 10x it.
10x your goals. 10x your goals.
Shit, that means I got to go write that check for $1 billion now.
For $1 billion. No, 100%. 100%. You told me see, my goal was $2 million.
My mind is rejecting that notion right now. You know,
Right?
like, you know what I mean?
My goal was $2 million. My goal was $2 million right now for this year. And then you were at the gym. You said, Andy, what if I tell you got a 6-pack? You do it. You get $100 million. My mind totally shifted. As soon as you said that, my mind totally shifted. I went back to the office. I said, we got to write a $100 million plan.
Yeah.
Now I got a $100 million plan.
Yeah.
10x your goals. And now here's what that did. It totally changed what I considered excellence. So my excellence elevated.
Yeah. Yeah.
10x your goals change your life.
It's so funny, man. I used to think how many $1 million was excellence.
$1 million?
Yeah, that's what I was, because this is where we come from.
Yeah.
You know, $1 million. That you always say millionaire.
Yeah.
You know, ever since I was a little kid, my mom says, "Oh, this guy's a millionaire." So for me, a millionaire was the ultimate goal. So when I hit that million, I think I showed you a picture of mine. I went in the bank, put $1 million in a duffel bag. Did the kind of money Mayweather kind of thing. I want to see, and you know what? $1 million in a duffel bag ain't even that much.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh well, shit. And then I realized, man, like Grant Cardone says, $1 million is $1 million. A millionaire is a new middle class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, congratulations. Basically, I just got out of poverty.
Right.
I just reached the middle class, right? You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, I got $1 million, but congratulations, Sam, you're middle class now. You ain't no more at the bottom. You know what I mean?
The reason I host seminars, one of the biggest key factors that I host seminars is that I get to bring people into my network. The network that I work hard to achieve and be a part of. The network that I work hard to elevate my mindset. I hang around, the people in my environment, I don't have many people in my 20s. I don't hang around with people in their 20s.
Because they don't got the same, they're not mature like you. They have different goals. The people your age are doing the shit that I was doing when I was in my 20s. Because I wasn't at your level, man. You at 24, and there are people right now recording this, and they're in their 20s and 24s, man. I'm looking at it right now. These guys, man, you guys are fucking impressed me, man. Yeah. You guys are impressed me. I'm going like this. I'm like, man, why wasn't I? If I can go back and change me, I would go do that. Because I'm looking at you guys, man. I'm going like, man, you're in your 20s and you're around this. I can't, it blows my mind that you're doing what you're doing. You guys are doing what you're doing at your 20s, man. I'm going, blows my mind. Because I ain't get my shit together since I was in my 30s. Right. In my mid 30s and that. I was a knucklehead, man. I was a knucklehead. And if a knucklehead like me in their mid 30s got his shit together and I'm able to do it, then guess what?
I'm gonna read the first introduction of the book.
Okay, I'm like, shit, you have me on the book. I'm like, you have my knucklehead out.
Imagine this. You are on your deathbed, lying down with your eyes glued to the ceiling. Death is around the corner. Any minute, hour, or day now, it is soon to be your time. What is the conversation you have with yourself? It is based on one of the two. You realize you lived your life as the real you, or you lived your life as the unfulfilled you, the one with potential still remaining, where the responsibilities you had for your life met. And when I talk about responsibilities, I'm not talking about your mortgage, your car, your rent.
Responsibility to the world.
I'm actually reading all your obligation to have life insurance for those you are leaving behind. I'm talking about the responsibility of not being average. Believe it or not, you living your life as the real you is greater than any responsibility you can think of. Your choice to follow averageness is the ultimate life choice you can make. Your choice to adhere to averageness is you committing extended spiritual suicide, which is the self-inflicted death of your life's purpose. By your choices now and the effects taking place later. Even if you don't have kids now, the choice you make today to be average or not will affect your children's life. It will affect your mom and your dad's life. It will affect your significant other's life. It will affect the stranger's life, and not only will it affect your life as well, but your choice could either be the reason someone lives or someone is not alive. Don't overthink this. This is common sense, but it's overlooked. It'll be explained later on in the event, in the book. When on an airplane when on an airplane during pre-flight safety announcement, in the event of an in-flight emergency, airplane flight attendants advise you to fit your oxygen mask on prior to helping people needing help, such as children or the disabled. If you don't do this, you can't help other people as you will lose oxygen. The real you is screaming, save yourself. Before you can save anyone else from averageness, you must save yourself. Your life's responsibility depends on one choice and one choice only, whether you decide to save yourself and not be average, or not save yourself and be average. This book will aid you in taking, look,
you just want me to go David Goggins right now, man. You want me, after reading that, man, I'm ready to go run a marathon. I don't even run. You know what I mean? I'm fucking motivated, man. Y'all watching this, man, you need to pick this fucking book up. Because I'm telling you right now, that was just like the first page.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got goosebumps, man. I'm serious. Because that kind of shit is what people want to hear. You know what I mean? Going through life, here's what I see happening a lot, man. I mean, I don't want to go into tangent. I don't mean to steal your time, man. Is this. We grow up having dreams. I want to become a Superman. I want to become a Batman. I want to do this. I want Ferrari and Lamborghini growing up, you know? And then somehow in life beats us down. You know, one failure after another failure after another failure, and then we fucking give up, right? We fucking give up. And then on top of that, some of us, you know, we get married, you know, we got kids, and they're like, all right, now it's time for me. It's not no more me, I gotta take care of the kids. But you can't take care of the kids if you don't take care of you. You can't help, you know, you can't save somebody from drowning if you can't swim.
Right.
Right? So first and foremost, you gotta do you before you do anyone else. I don't care if it's your kids, I don't care if anyone else, I don't care if it's God, because let me tell you something, God wants you to be able to serve, and you can't serve if you don't feel good about yourself, if you're depressed. So I see so many people, especially later on in life, in their late 20s, 30s, and 40s, you know, they go through life apathetic. Because they're not taking care of them, they're not fulfilling what they want to do, they just accept being average. And when you accept being average, you just go through life, okay, man, I'm just average.
That's the most selfish thing to do, to be average.
Absolutely.
This morning, I'm at the gym, I'm talking to the dude that was like, he was like, I'm 21 years old and I work at the PHP. And he said, I said, how do you meet Sam? He said, man, I seen him at the mall, or I seen him at the spot, and I went up to him and he just gave me a shirt. The reason I recognize that you're so giving is because you have extra. If you were just taking care of your bills, you ain't gonna be giving away clothes. You ain't gonna be giving away games.
If that was my only shirt, that motherfucker would not got my shirt.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That was my only shirt, man. Hey, man, you gotta get your own shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Though, check this. Here's what it did for me. Here's what I realized, and I studied this. That by you getting out of that, by you not being average in your circumstance, supported a lot of other people. I can't imagine how many people lost weight and are living the life of their dreams because you did what you had to do. Yeah. Now you got a house and stuff, but I think you're small. And I say that with love. Yeah. I say that with care, because the whole entire United States, like, you got to go against McDonald's. Yeah. Sam Bakhtiar going against McDonald's, and I'm honored to be like working with you. But when you literally go into your potential and you go into your purpose, like, your effect is fucking huge. Going against McDonald's, wiping out McDonald's, like having the whole United States population say, you know what? Because I went to the camp, because I did the 20-pound 6-week challenge, I'm good. And that's what I meant by not being average. Like, going up to the next level, your life's purpose, like, while you're here, changing the world. Like, I recognize, like, you're 100% right. I am a $1 billion man. Right now I'm in training. I ask God, I pray every morning, and this morning I'm at the gym. I walk outside and I'm reading the word.
You know why?
And it showed me something, man. It showed me something. The amount of people that we are literally working for, it's not just for us. I'm at this part right here, what I've been carrying on my whole fucking life is my training. It's my training period so I can connect. But now I have the opportunity to change lives. In 2016, Sam, I'm gonna finish. When I was in 2016, man, I had a vision of speaking on stage, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do it. I'm scared. July 2016, I said, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. So I didn't do it. 6 months, a few months, 4 months, October, I get the feeling I gotta go speak. I consider the Holy Spirit, go speak at your church. I went to go speak. Someone recorded it, they put it on YouTube. 1 out of the 6 views was this guy named Joseph. He said, Andy, I was about to kill myself. Dude. Instead, I killed this cat, and he sent me the picture of the dead cat. And he said, thank you. I'm not gonna do it. Thank you. I said, man, me living in my purpose, this guy decided to live now. This guy could be, and end up being 50, have kids, and so on and so forth, and his kids has kids because of my decision.
But the dude killed a cat though?
The dude killed the cat. The dude killed the cat.
I don't know, man. Okay.
But big, man.
Yeah, you know what? Killing a cat is, I guess, better than killing yourself. But man, call the animal control, not motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? I don't support killing animals and cats or none of that shit. But I guess if you save somebody, I guess as a person, a cat is better than a person. But hey, man, you just give me a t-shirt idea. Billionaire in training. Arturo, put that down. I want a billionaire in training t-shirts coming up, man, because you know what? That's what the fuck I am right now.
That's what I'm talking
about,
baby.
I appreciate you having me, man.